Well, what's up, everybody?
We
missed y'all last week.
What's going on? We missed y'all a couple weeks ago, man. We here, back in effect.
So how's everybody been living?
You know what I'm
David,
saying?
how you been living?
Man, I've been good, man.
Did you have a good Valentine's Day?
It was chill.
You
Nice and chill.
a little shouty or what?
Hey, man.
Hey, is it not on the air?
Mellow, man. I'm keeping it mellow.
Cam?
What you mean?
Did you have a good Valentine's Day?
Man, I don't celebrate them holidays, but it's all good.
Mister, I don't celebrate nothing. Are you
celebrate.
a Jehovah's Witness?
Nah, man. I be thinking about it sometimes, but I do question myself.
Bro,
I witnessed Jehovah.
How about you, man? What's going on, man? What's in with you?
Been busy, been working, been moving, been grooving. Same old thing, you know. Feeling good, living good. I'm getting over a little sickness. That's why I got a little raspy shit
You
going
been
on.
eating some new food?
I actually just had some food right now. Some like buttered lemon garlic chicken shit.
Oh, man.
It was overpriced. Stuff. I'm sorry. Yo, please don't get me in trouble. Like, I know you heard that. Don't get me in trouble. I'm adjusting, bro. I got a potty mouth. I cuss like a sailor. And I'm working on getting on the moves. We're trying to move right. But yeah, I had some good
Garlic
chicken.
butter chicken.
With some like lemon. It was good, but it was overpriced. You feel me?
Yeah. Everything that's good is overpriced nowadays, man.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it.
I mean, you got to pay for quality, is what they say, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
But what happens when the quality is not quality, you know?
Yeah, that's what I say. That's why I cook.
Right.
That's why I cook at home. You know, I get good at it. Once you get good at it, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to pull up to your crib, but I don't think I wanted to wait till like 11 to eat.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. But you know what?
It's good though. It's worth the wait.
We had pasta last night, bro. It's all good.
Uh-oh. What kind of pasta?
Rasta pasta.
I would say Rasta pasta, but nah. It was just some chicken pasta with some basil pesto, Alfredo sauce.
Okay. White
and
pasta?
Green.
Okay.
And a little
the
greeny.
pesto.
Yeah. Not a Genevieve, but, you know, it was green. It wasn't a Genevieve sauce, but it was pretty good,
You're telling
man.
me too far from me, bro. I don't know how to cook like that, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, Genevieve.
Get up out them packages,
man,
David.
my bad.
Get out that air fryer once in a while.
Air fryer don't work all the time, man.
Get out that air fryer once in a while.
I made some manicotti a couple weeks ago, bro. That was fire.
This guy. Oh, I don't cook nothing. What the heck is what? Manicotti?
Manicotti? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean manicotti? Yeah.
Manicotti.
What is that?
Yeah, manicotti.
So you got
it's a type of noodle.
Yeah, you got a hollow noodle, right?
It's a
And
big
then you make
big noodle.
A cheese mixture with Parmesan, ricotta, mozzarella.
Baked ziti?
It's a little harder
Almost
to
like that, but
ziti.
they're bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
You.
Oh wait, you stuff them, right?
You stuff them, like,
okay,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So
I
you
know
can
what
make
you're talking
whatever
about.
interior you
Okay.
want, stuff it in there. You know, it's crazy. We just got off on food on a thing, man. You know, the HipHopHumboldt Radio.
You know what I
here,
really
man.
wanted?
Hey, we're trying to adjust. We're trying to figure out what we can talk about.
Yeah, but here go the cold part. I want to
know
go
what I
ahead
really
and give
wanna
a
eat,
shout
though?
out. You know, the KHHA. You feel me? KHHA 94.7 is where we
You
at.
seen it.
You know what I'm saying? Here we at.
We can't say that.
That's where we at, man. You know, we adjusting. For those that are adjusting with us, please continue to tap in and dial in. And if y'all want to dial in on the FM station, it's 94.7.
To the good people of Humboldt Hot Air, I apologize. I'm adjusting. If you hear a couple cuss words slip out, I'm working on it. I promise. I know y'all listening.
Well, let me tell y'all what, because this might be the first time y'all hearing it, but to my understanding, so February 23rd,
Okay.
Sunday, February 23rd is
Okay.
when the actual switch over to the FM happens, where they're
Okay.
gonna switch on the FM broadcast tower and actually be broadcasting on FM.
Yeah,
cars
so we
and-
adjusting it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
See, that's what I wanted to make sure is just, you know, because I'm still trying to, you see, I you know me, I'm working on my, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm working on. My etiquette is really on point right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure that, you know, I'm dialed in and I'm not overstepping the boundaries and I'm still being conscious of what's being conversed
Hey, let me
on.
tell you what, we ain't the only show that's, you know, figuring it out, getting adjusted right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So it's that's what it is.
But it's always good to get a head start on everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
why I think,
yeah.
shout out to Nearly, that's why she was smart enough to be like, all right, we doing the new things, you know, starting the 9th. Everybody start getting used to it for a few weeks.
Get used to it for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Nearly, I'm sorry. I cuss a lot. I'm working on it. I promise.
Yeah, you know.
It's gonna be cleaned up by
She
the
know we all
23rd,
pirates,
by the one
man. We just
Right.
we all pirates. This is a pirate radio station, man. Humble Hot Air, man. .org. You feel me? KHHA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
What
gonna
would
be
radio
something
be
different.
without
And, like,
pirate radio?
It's a little piracy in there,
Booty
but we
pirates.
working on it. We trying to be good pirates. You know what I'm saying?
Not booty pirates.
We're not trying to be Captain Jack. We trying to be Captain Jack Sparrow.
I don't know if you
know
can
what
tell.
I'm saying?
I missed y'all. I listen to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm on the sick one today.
Nah, it's been a minute.
It's Saturday
since we've been
night,
up here.
man. It's Saturday night, man.
That's it. That's
Saturday
it.
night.
What's been going on around here?
That I know of, I was just telling Bear on the ride over is I know that they got that where the jam used to be. I think it's what's it called, the something
Wild
about
Hair.
the Wild Hair. They had that going on.
Is it a bar? or what?
It's something similar of what the jam was. To my understanding,
Man, it's
just
the Jam 2.0.
it's just a little rustic, a little more rustic of a interior, and they put used to that disco ball that's been up there.
Why?
So yeah, it's a nice. It seemed like it was a nice little turnout. You know, shout out to DJ L Boogie. She was there for the Valentine's Day
Shout out
thing
to Lauren,
spinning.
yeah.
You know. So you know, I'm just being on top of what I gotta be on top of, working on. You
right.
know,
You be outside.
you know what I'm saying. I'm not inside. That's what I'm saying. But I still stay tapped in.
So I got a question
You ain't
for
gotta
both
go
of y'all.
nowhere to know everything.
I
you
got a
know?
question for
That's
both of
true.
y'all.
What's up?
Yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Oh man,
What's your idea
I'm out of this
idea
one.
of a date for Valentine's Day?
Man, you asking the wrong homie. You asking the wrong one, and just that's because
Well, you don't have to be the right one.
He's
You don't have
saying
to be the
what-
right one.
No, he's asking you what would your ideal.
Yeah, what's your idea? You don't have to be
like,
the
what
right
would
one.
your ideal of a?
You know, let me not even put my political mind into it, because you know my political
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
nah, I don't mess with. The
Save that for the
capitalist
other channel, bro.
holidays. Right, exactly. That's for the other podcast. You
How
know what
long
I'm
y'all think this candy been sitting in his bowl?
saying? Hey, I don't
Long
know,
enough.
bro.
Eat it.
So for me, I would say, you know, a right kind of Valentine's Day would be a nice dinner, whether it's made at home or eating out. It's just got to be some good food that
Eating
both
out, huh?
people enjoy.
Eating out, huh?
That's the after party. That's the after Valentine's party. You know, dinner.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
when the roses is on the bed.
That's the next part of it.
That's
you know,
when
but
the deep
just
voice
time,
comes
you know,
out.
quality time. That's the important part of, you know what I mean, like Valentine's Day. That is much more important than like the, you know, spending money and cards and flowers and candy and all that. The most important part of that thing is quality time. You know, so
Hey.
if you get some quality time in with your person, that's a blessing.
And listen
me.
to that. All you young people out there listening to that. That's some real stuff right there. I was about to say real but real stuff.
You're toning it down.
What about you?
You know,
Hype got bars.
you know, there's no
Hype got dates.
I have no celebrations of this thing.
We don't care about your personal. But I was just saying, what would be an ideal date for you on Valentine's Day?
That's the cold part because I don't date.
What would
I don't know.
if you were to go on a date?
I like to do fun things, but then at the same time, I'm a Leo, so I'm spontaneous. So I'm kind of like in the moment. Like, you know, like I could be, you know, of course, food is. I think food would be the hardest
Yeah,
thing.
you cook a girl some food real quick. You
Yeah,
know,
but I
or-
wouldn't do that just off the rip. But going out to
Why not?
no, that's y'all know how I get down. I
Bruh,
cook for the family.
A woman would enjoy
Yeah, I know.
that.
I know, but I cook for the family.
Because you know how to cook.
Yeah, I cook for the family though.
What if she's, you know...
She ain't the
that-
family though. All right.
Damn.
She ain't the family though. So I cook
What
for the
if she was
family.
moving in that direction? I ain't trying to tell you, like, this is what
Show
your
me
life
what
would
you
be.
could do. I know what I could do.
I can't cook like that. I can't
Yeah,
cook
no,
like
not
you.
you. I'm saying that's what I would tell
Oh,
her.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, show me what you could do. I know what I could do. I'm confident in myself. So it's like the difference is she gonna have to show me. I don't really need to show her nothing.
Right.
But as far as like a date, like I don't know. I'm spontaneous. Like the food would be the hardest thing to like to figure out. I would think.
I think girls like spontaneous dudes. They
Yeah,
like to be on their
just
toes. They like to be on their toes.
Yeah, I'm
you
just
feel me?
random. Like,
Right.
I mean, we in Humboldt County, so it ain't too much here. But I'm from Southern California, so it's like you can go to batting cages, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do all types of stuff. They got the indoor, what's that called? The skydiving things. They got stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they got all types of stuff down there. They got the indoor trampoline place.
Where you
can do
talking about?
Sky Zone.
Down at home in Southern California.
Oh, I thought you was talking about here for a
Up
second.
here, man.
Oh yeah.
We can go skydiving, but you ain't gonna make it back up.
That's
A
just
lot of
jump.
cliffs. A lot
You
of
know what
cliffs.
I'm saying? That's the thing about it. But that's the thing about it though. So it's like it's hard to. I don't know. I don't really. I just like to eat food. I like to eat food and enjoy myself. Y'all know
Food is love.
Y'all know I'm festive. You know what I'm saying? I'm festive. I'm a people person. Like as long as that person is a good person and the food's good.
It's the 3 F's, bro.
Yeah, she needs to know how to cook. though.
Family, fun, and funds.
And she needed to know how to, and she needed to know how to feed. She needed to know how to cook, bro.
Well, since y'all asked me, what are my perfect
What
day?
about And since we got into Albert, how about you, Bear?
I guess I'm loving myself. So I think a perfect date for me would probably, I think you guys hit it on the head. A little bit of food. You feel me? A little bit of spontaneous. Maybe go, I don't know if I can say this, but smoke a blunt at the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
keep it light, keep it cool, Maybe go, like you said, a little mix of
R&R.
A little mix of being out and then spending the time. You feel me?
Yeah, a little R&R.
Just a little something slight.
Now, mind you, the night.
But I do think people do put a lot too much into the Valentine's Day stuff.
Does the night have to end on that note?
No, they don't.
That's what I said.
If she want to keep it going, keep it going.
Yeah, that's when you get into the next adventures, like you was talking about.
Hey.
But do it have to end that night because it's Valentine's Day?
No,
that's how I be thinking.
I'm an affectionate person. I show my love all the time. So when Valentine's Day comes, I'm like,
one day
we could do something, but
one day
I'm
don't.
just surprised ain't nobody cuffed you up though, homie.
I don't let it happen though. That's the thing, is I don't let it happen. And you got to remember, I was basically married for like 10 years, and I don't know.
Are you admitting to being a ratchet?
I'm a hoe. I could be a hoe sometimes when I feel like it. I ain't ashamed of it, but
play some Glorilla for him, man, on the song, man.
Nah, man, we can't.
Nah, I could be. You know what? I don't know. I guess I'm afraid of being in relationships after 10 years of toxicity, and it's not nobody's fault. It's none of these young women's fault. It's just my personal thing. I'm just finding myself right now. I got to make sure I know what's for sure. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's it. But yeah,
That's
as far as the whole
like
date thing,
yeah.
as far as like dating on Valentine's Day, stuff like that's fun. I like looking good with the cute girl riding around.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I get it. It's not that I don't get it. I just, like, hey, it is what it is.
Right.
It's like something. What does it say? What do they say? Everything ain't for everybody. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't mean that we don't understand it though. I'm with you. It's just I'm working on my etiquette, so it's a lot of things that I can't say. That's why hey.
Yeah.
So let's bring it back this way. Now. So this last couple of days was yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Last weekend was a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
This week is All-Star weekend. I just got done watching the 3-point All-Star and dunk contest.
Okay, but we're gonna talk about the best thing about that whole Super Bowl is the halftime show.
What was it?
You tell us.
Who was in there?
What do you
I don't know.
What happened on the Super Bowl? I don't even know.
I think the star of the show is Kendrick Lamar's pants.
Oh,
his bell bottoms were the star.
Because I didn't know. Because I'm just gonna say they was a little tight in the thighs.
I got a pair.
Kendrick's pants?
Yes.
Hey, I wasn't even.
Well, they're Celine.
like that, but I feel
They were Celine, and they're for women.
So thank you. Okay.
No.
Hey, thank you.
He
All
was
right.
wearing women's jeans.
You made
By
so much.
Celine.
You made so much sense right now, brother. You made so much
What's
sense.
wrong with wearing
today.
women's clothes?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but I'm saying
Don't make that face, David, because I've been on stage with some women's jackets and you couldn't even tell.
That's true. I ain't gonna hold you. That's true.
Look at his hair. You see how I pulled up today?
Yeah, I'm just.
Don't talk about no.
I'm just saying that when I saw it, I was telling myself like, okay, he got the bell bottoms on, but I'm like, they're a little tight.
But they're Celine, bro.
So when you say that now, I get it now because
Celine.
it made sense because I was looking at a little, but they're women pants. Okay.
Oh no, you weren't crotch gazing, were you?
Because the last time when he got the
too hard at
Grammy,
his booty,
well, no, it wasn't that. It was everything was right up on him. He's doing a 2-step towards the camera, like everything is like, feel me? He rolling at the camera, and walking towards the camera the whole time. But I'm saying like the Canadian tuxedo. That wasn't the same. I thought that he was going to do, but I thought he was going to do something like that. Like if you had a Canadian tuxedo with the bell bottoms, I would have been like,
I think it's very on brand, because he's very most like a regular dress dude.
There's a lot of things that they're saying about.
But he
that.
makes regular dressing look fly as hell, or fly as heck. Sorry, trying over here. I'm trying.
I think hell's a place. It's not necessarily. Yeah. I think it's.
But in the context, I wasn't talking about the place. I was talking about the.
It's
curse
neither
word.
here nor there.
We still ain't. It ain't the 23rd. Still,
Yeah.
So we still
Okay.
It's neither here nor there. But I believe that what you're saying is right though. You know what I'm saying? I think that he should have, if he was going to bell bottom.
So it's like
he
one at a
had
time.
them
Okay,
thick pants.
David, what was your take on the halftime show?
Boom.
I mean, there's a few different things in my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? So, again, I gotta, hold back my, very critical, assessment of like, let's just say like the whole NFL as a whole, right? Because I mean, like
save it for the other channel.
You asked me first.
Right. No, it's a relevant part of it though, but it don't necessarily apply to what Kendrick was doing because Kendrick was using that time to actually make a valid statement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of different levels that maybe not everybody just picked up because a lot of the folks, let's just say, I ain't talking no head about nobody. I'm just saying a lot of folks may not pick up on those nuances of what he was doing, right? You know what I'm saying? I think one of the easier things to figure out is like the whole, PlayStation controller, right? So it's Sony.
You called it right away.
Remember what I asked you? I said there's something about this is a game. I said they took this to gaming in a sense.
Yeah,
and it's like
but
when I
that's the
seen
thing.
those logos, I was like, this is like PS5
But then
controller.
it's
And
Kendrick Lamar, so it's a double entendre. It's
Because
like
and I told him, I said it's
X's
a double
and O's.
entendre. It's the X's and O's, and then everybody's in the same square, but the triangle was inverted. No one noticed the triangle was inverted. It wasn't upright. It was inverted.
SZA was singing
and it happens to stand for what's above is also below. So and that's what I'm coming into. Like when I seen it, I was asking Bear. I'm like, bro, am I tripping? He's like, nah. He's like, because he said he had a better, I would say,
Analysis?
Yeah, analysis of it, more or less like he thought it was like the Hunger Game. What's it? What was it?
I was saying it was like the X and O's, like on the sports.
The Squid Games. He said Squid Games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the red mask. You know how the mask got everybody got an X or a square or a circle on the face, right? In the Squid Games, on the the people that eliminate the people, right?
Right.
So I was like, okay, so maybe he got a point, right? But then when it came out, and I was like, oh, he used it as the PlayStation. But then I noticed even when they were showing it from above, the triangle is still inverted. The pyramid was still below. And I looked at that like, okay, that's a misrepresentation of what it's supposed to be for, right? If we think about it. And I'm like, okay, he inverted it.
But that inversion also was like what the female energy, feminine energy, right?
Yeah,
and that's why SZA was singing in it, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. It's so many nuances in that performance that are still being, I would say,
my favorite, bro. My favorite
dissected.
out of the whole thing was seeing the Bay Area. Right?
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
But the symbolism of that though is there's 16 of them. What does Kendrick say in his song? I lost 16. I lost some friends, 16 to be exact. Notice that the Bay Area, they're all in white, right? Those are his those are his guardian angels. His homies that watch over him everywhere he goes. That's why everybody else is in red and blue, and the only dudes with the dreadlocks and the grills are in white. Doing the bass stuff, and when he's having his big moments, they're around him, So that was like my favorite part was seeing that, and also just seeing the turfers on an NFL stage like that.
But even in that one, so it was a little something on that particular part of the show that I noticed that was because there was some people that I've been looking at the different type of stuff on there, and it dove even deeper to people who didn't even notice that the light post itself had the person hanging off of it, and it created a shadow which was on the floor, which is actually a tarot card for the hangman, and it actually was showing what the hangman represented, and it was like so it was a lot of different things and nuances in that show that a lot of people like I said, it's still being dissected because it's coming out every day about the little things that he did, like even how he did the thing for XXXTentacion with those black gloves that was on
Peekaboo.
Drake's album. And then
Peekaboo and the X.
And then you see he had those gloves on while he was performing. X had, when he did his double XL freestyle, he had that ring on his finger. Kendrick had that ring on his finger with them same gloves that Drake had on his. See what I'm saying? So it was like so many nuances that was in there, because you remember even when X was in that thing and he was like, thank Kendrick Lamar for doing what he did. He didn't have to do it. I ain't gonna speak too much. But, so that's why I say it was a lot of things in there that's coming out now. Right. And that's not, like, I would even say, like, some of it would be like, you would say, what is it called? Some of it would be conspiracy, right? Conspiracy theorists and whatnot, right? But at the end of the day, it boils down to the way that show really made people feel as Americans.
Hey, elaborate. Because people feel different kind of way. There was, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We got the same people out there, and I'm just talking about it, you know what I mean? Like the same people that was saying, well, that, you know, this was just too black. Those are the same people that was up there talking about what was it, Shakira and J-Lo?
Yeah, I
the
mean,
show and everything like that.
Beyonce,
They was like,
Usher.
Here's my
everybody.
thing, bro.
Right.
Is when you're on a global stage like that, or when you're on a big stage like that, like a lot of people are gonna hate because
Right.
they don't want to admit that they actually liked it.
Mhm.
You know, they want to be too cool for school and be like, "Oh, that was a whack halftime show," because you know whatever the reason is. But in reality, like
Right.
we can say a lot of people liked it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there was over 130 million people tuned in.
He had the most viewed.
But is that real,
in-
though?
He had the
In
most
history.
viewed show in NFL history.
I thought it was Usher.
No, he had the most
Nah,
viewed
Kendrick
in
did.
NFL
I mean,
history.
but I thought.
He had
'Cause there's a whole thing about that too.
I want to say it was
we'll just keep it light
140.
today. We'll keep it light. We got into too many conspiracies last show.
Yeah, no, he had
We're
a-
gonna keep
I
it light
wanna say-
today.
I know we got to keep
We're gonna keep it light today.
I want to say he had 147.5 million viewers for the halftime show, which is the most in NFL history.
Right.
Yeah, because then Michael Jackson have 144.4.
Yeah, probably. I don't know the numbers.
And I
of
mean,
that.
and you still, and it's just the numbers of the times as time progresses, right? Because
Right.
ain't nobody killing Prince singing "Purple Rain in the Rain."
Right.
That was crazy.
But
I
at the
didn't
same
remember that.
time, like it, like I said, that show was a lot of different things. It showed, you know, it started from when he said the revolution to be televised. You picked the right time with the wrong person, and a lot of people like probably were just watching it like, oh, he owned one, but you didn't watch that show. You really didn't watch that show.
Why?
Right,
That
right.
show was really an interpretation of what's happening now and today. And he was putting it on the TV screen because you forgot who was in the house.
And you know, I can't say necessarily that a few things were made so obvious to hide the things that you might have to think more about. But you just looked at, right, I just, you know, one of the things most obvious, right, you saw his chain with the lowercase a.
No, don't go there.
We was talking
Why not?
about that, man.
Don't go there because
I was
that's the
asking-
PG Lang label. That's
No,
the
it's
logo.
not.
Yes, it is.
But it
The A
is.
is?
But hold
The A
on.
is a
But
PG
but hold
label.
on. But here goes the cold part that
It's
I
not
didn't
for
know.
A minor.
You're right. But hold on. It
Somebody
is.
said
It
that,
is.
though.
It's not.
It is. I asked my
No.
son the same thing, and he said that is a symbol that they use for the A minor. It's not a note symbol, but they use that like you would start it off. If it's an A minor, you would start off at the beginning of
But
the chord.
PG, it's the PG Lang logo,
It
bro.
is.
It is. I'm telling
But
you.
then,
Right.
but then too though, but
It
then
is.
they had in the
Two things
can be right
of
at the
the
same
show,
time.
They had the people waving the flag.
Yeah.
That was the little A with the
Yeah.
two kids.
That's
holding
Yeah.
the
that's the actual
Holding the
PG
A.
Lang. The two kids reaching for the A is the PG Lang logo.
that actual logo.
The actual logo.
That's crazy.
That's the
Yeah,
actual logo.
and that's what I'm saying.
And that's the A sideways,
then really,
too?
Really, the
Like it's-
A minor bar is like a triple entendre.
It's
in
a
Brazil.
quadruple. It's quadruple.
that's what Drake says.
It's like-
That's what he
it's a
said. In the,
quadruple
you better be
entendre. He'd be like,
quintuple
yeah, on top
entendre,
of-
something I don't
yeah.
even
And
understand.
so he did it. So he did it that way, and people still don't understand it, and they were figuring it out. That's why we
Right.
talk about it. But I mean, that's what it is, and I didn't know that, but that is an actual musical. You feel me? It's like when you start a chord. It's like when you see something at the beginning of it. But that's Kendrick, bro. Like
But, hey,
you
it's-
can't.
I
I
don't
couldn't
think
be
that
upset
TV
at nothing.
But then also something more obvious too, though, right? Like I said, that's the PlayStation controller buttons. So that's talking about Sony, right?
Yeah, owning
That's
Drake.
Sony Music.
Drake's on Sony. So you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Game over.
It
at
was
the
not
end,
a
right?
lot to figure. It wasn't so hard to figure out if you knew what was going on. Like I was seeing it, and I'm like, he's wilding. I was telling me and Albert watching. We like, yeah, and it wasn't even that. Like it wasn't even that. The visuals. It was the music that was being played too. It was a great selection of his catalog.
Right.
It was not just no BS he put together. It was a great catalog of choice of music.
That in typical Kendrick fashion, he told in a story
Yeah.
because you had Sam Jackson.
Uncle
was
Sam.
you know what I'm saying? Like he was like the narrator, I guess
Yeah,
would say, in
well-
the story
well,
and everything.
Uncle
like
Sam.
that. Right, Uncle Sam.
American.
Right.
That's why I said it was
Right.
American.
And he's talking about, and he at one point he's like, "Oh, y'all doing too much. Y'all too loud. Y'all
Yeah,
do this. Y'all
too
do
this,
that."
too that. That's
and
what they
then,
say.
Then what? Then Kendrick gets on the stage with all the people dancing around him that's forming the U.S. flag, and he gets into humble.
Yes.
And you know
And
the
that's
flag
what I
was
mean
split,
by
right?
it was American.
The flag was split.
When you that's what and you was like elaborate. No, it was American.
It was very American. It was very
It's
American.
very patriotic.
And
Well,
then
I mean, I feel like it's a jab too, though.
It can
it was.
be.
It was though.
It
It was
can
though. It
be,
was though.
but-
It was a
but it
jab.
wasn't-
It was a
It's
jab.
the reality jab.
You know what? It was like a smack. Like wake up.
Yeah, like
It
what
wasn't a jab. It was a smack. Like pop.
Yeah.
Wake up. Wake up. Turn the TV off.
yeah.
Yep.
Because you know who was there.
Right, Trump.
Mr. Trump.
So it's no reason for him. It could have got worse.
Oh yeah. Oh, knowing Kendrick.
Knowing Kendrick and how if that was said, Kendrick's stage was the football field. He walked more yards than the NFL players moved on the field.
Right.
Yeah, because what if he opened up with institutionalized?
Right.
That's Kendrick, you know? He took it light.
Did y'all see it? One of the pieces of analysis that I saw was, the whole thing when they was all dancing, and when it zooms out from all the different like scenes, it was that it looked like a prison yard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Prison yard.
Yeah, it was so. That's why I say.
And notice when they all fell down, who was he surrounded by? His angels.
See, a lot of people got to look at that whole thing right again.
Oh yeah.
If you watch the halftime show, I'm just gonna let y'all know. Y'all go back and go on YouTube and rewatch the halftime show. Listen to these nuances that we're talking about.
Don't get me wrong. Like the funny parts were cool.
You guys call in on 707.
So the funny parts were cool.
1398.
The obvious funny parts. Were him saying, "Oh, they love to sue." That was funny.
Yeah.
Him jumping into the SZA songs, and Samuel being like, "That's what America wants."
How the girls was in the background, and he was like, "I ain't gonna do it."
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny, but
it was hilarious.
But
right?
the bigger picture was just like once it was over, it was just more like, damn, like I wanted to watch.
No, you good.
I wanted to watch that again, just to just kind of like.
I've been doing my research on what is and what isn't cuss words. We good.
And the NFL put it up on YouTube quick because they're gonna try to monetize that. That's gonna get
You have no idea
views.
how much money that brought the NFL.
Oh yeah.
That brought them so much money.
And that's why.
That was basically a free Kendrick concert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
A good one.
I think it was kind of crazy that they're playing.
47.5 million viewers. They made dumb money. Bro.
I think it was crazy that there was a football game going on during the Kendrick concert.
Right.
I know. The Kendrick concert was the main.
The nerve.
Right.
Oh man.
I mean, because when I saw Kendrick live in concert at the TDE Championship Tour, right, and that was one of the coolest things because, bro, he's like, when Kendrick came out, he was up on the girders. Like the girders of the top of the stadium was made into a stage, and he was up there, and that's where he was performing for the first part of it. And then he got let down and all this, so it was crazy. It was crazy.
It's the visuals in
it's
it.
the visual. It was on point like
Day
that.
free.
But I'm saying this Super Bowl concert was on a whole nother level than that because of the intricacies, because of the nuances, because of what he's talking about, the statement that he's making. You know what I mean?
And I think a lot of people that are hating on it, bro, is because they're not necessarily Kendrick fans. And you don't necessarily have to be a fan of him.
You see
to
what
respect.
Durant said. You see what Kevin Durant said.
Well, Kevin Durant is gonna just say stuff because he's just a troll. Like people that don't know, like Kevin. No, he's homies with Drake, but he's homies with Kendrick too. He's just a troll. That's what he do. He's literally like a troll. Like he has multiple Twitter accounts to troll himself. He'll troll himself and then get people going on the troll because it gets the viewers.
Here's the thing,
but
bro.
if you know, like that's how he do. So
they're gonna love you.
He messes with Kanye
until they hate you.
See what I'm saying?
And then they're gonna love you again. They're gonna love you. They're gonna hate you. They're gonna love you again. And that's exactly what happened. Happens with Drake. They're gonna hate him, but they're gonna love him again, which I see today.
Right.
I seen the reactions of today, and the same thing's happening with Kendrick. They loved him so much until they hate him, and then they're gonna love him again. He's gonna drop something fire.
I think the difference is that people hate to love Kendrick. They hate to like the nigga.
Some people.
They hate to like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that
he's that good.
He's that good. There's no way that you can't, you can't listen to a body of work and not like one song.
Right.
There's no way you can listen to Kendrick and not like one song. One song?
Right.
One song. An interlude.
Anybody.
Even his interludes,
I think
bro. It's
like,
So it's like if you really know, even with Drake, right? So Drake makes so many songs, but imagine the songs that Drake doesn't release. He makes songs to create every song that you like.
Yeah, he's a machine.
He's
not a feeling. He's a machine.
He's like, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna make a song that I know you gonna like, but imagine the songs that he make that he don't think will make it. Right. They might actually be great songs, and I think that might be where he's losing out, right? Because he's so compartmentalized on whatever his success goal is. It's like he's not like he ain't there, right? But I think that's what's robbing the people of music, great music.
My favorite part was SZA.
Yeah, when she came out, I ain't gonna lie, cause I ain't gonna lie, I like the way that they came out. That was, to me, the best part. Well, just because like you see all the dancers. And then like they pop out of nowhere. She was just sitting there, boom. And then when we were sitting there, we're like, everybody like, is he gonna bring Mustard out? And then he popped out. Mustard popped out of it. It's crazy because it's the way he did it, bro. Like, yeah, that was just, I don't know. They say that some people say we be overdoing it because we from SoCal. I'm from SoCal particularly, so it's like, but you have to know, like, if you're a real fan of music, that was a great show.
Yeah,
it was great, bro.
My favorite part was Serena coming out,
walking on the stage,
dancing on
the stage. She came all the way with her billionaire husband,
right,
just to do that.
Right, and that's another
jab too. Come on, bro. We ain't seen her swing a racket.
He did Euphoria.
Hey, we ain't seen
Euphoria.
Hey, look, we ain't seen her swing a racket, but she got it cracking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's get into some music, man. What we got going on, man?
But I wanted to say two things though. So we might not have to hit on him for too long and nothing like that because he's already dealt with the flack or whatever it is. But we got to talk about Yeezy on this episode. Man. We got to talk about it. Even if I just,
I don't want to talk about it.
You know how you're gonna have to talk to the bear about that. I'll leave him out of it. I'll leave him out of it. I'll stay out of the Kanye conversations when Bear. That's his dude. You know, we can let Bear.
I don't want to talk about it.
We can get Bear's analysis coming up next.
We're
gonna get the Bear analysis on this.
I got you.
Well, just my question though is, so do you, Albert, being a huge Yeezy fan, do you feel like it's him dealing with some level of mental illness?
Of course, bro. Of course. Okay. And the fucked up thing about it is that we sit here and fucking. Sorry for cussing. The whole thing about it is like we're watching this man literally go crazy for entertainment, you know. And I stood behind Kanye for a lot of his stuff, but a lot of the stuff he's saying now is like I really can't stand behind. And I know how to, and I'm the one that knows how to separate the art from the artist, right?
I'm on that same tip.
I know how to do that very well, especially with Kanye. But like this time around, it's just a little like, I don't know, bro. Like I kind of want to let it like die over and kind of like let him get out.
And it always will with the 24-hour news cycle. That's how it
let's
goes.
see what
too.
If he does Bully. Let's see what he says in Bully.
Are we talking about
but as far as like
logo?
Standing as far behind him. I don't think I can go to war for Kanye anymore.
Right, that's the only hard part.
What about the new logos, the clothes logos?
Man, that's more.
I don't mess with it. That's what I said. That goes along with everything he says.
And I feel like some of it on that side of what Cam's talking about is just that some of the you are the company you keep around you, right? And to my understanding, he keeps some cats around him like Nick Fuentes and these other people that are, like borderline, like what I'm saying, just straight up, anti-Semites or white supremacist minded type people and everything like that. And I think it's just a bit of like what's happening with that group of people out there is like there was this one cat, he's a UFC fighter or like some kind of UFC fighter, and he was on the podcast talking about like Hitler. Yeah,
Cunnington. Yeah,
he was like, like Hitler. Did
I mean, when you got to think about it,
and so then Kanye's probably in his mind because Kanye's always trying to top somebody. He's just one of those big fragile egos to an extent. I mean, but he heard him and get all this praise for like I like Hitler and everything like that, or I don't think he was that bad of a man. So Kanye's like, nah, I love Hitler. He just wants to like one up him. It's just that's one of the things that I don't like about certain people that I see out there. Whether you local, whether you large time, it's like those big fragile egos. When somebody says something, that doesn't always mean that you have to clip back or that you have to say something in response. You know what I mean? It don't have to be like that, especially not Kanye. Like he's just too big.
I would say,
like I said, bro,
on that he doesn't realize his power. Sometimes.
No, I would say like when he did that, like when he. I would say when Elon Musk did what he did at the thing, right? Kanye came out with a post and said that he's trying to be me. From that moment, I started to dissect into what he's talking about. And for some reason,
mad over here.
No, I'm just
and for some reason, he feel like he can rewrite it. I have no idea why. I get where he's coming from, like perspectively from it, but I don't think that the overview of what it really is in his mind. right? Because we know in those countries you see us everywhere. And there are statues of us in these countries, and so it's something that they know that we don't. And I feel like that's what he's trying to exercise. But I think the way he's going about it is completely.
The execution isn't there, bro.
It's completely.
It's like I was just gonna say, like I get what he's doing because it's on brand for Kanye, right?
Right.
But he just not executing the right way.
He's already made $1 billion.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're not executing it the right way, you're not thinking rationally.
Right.
And when you're not thinking rationally, it's like, am I gonna stand behind that?
Right.
Somebody that's kind of having a mental breakdown.
Right.
You know.
Even his wife put on there. She's like, she's like,
they
I pray
divorcing
Kanye.
now.
Bianca Censori.
They divorcing.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's what
That's
they
crazy.
say, bro.
After
They say that
3
every other
years.
week. They say that every other week.
Well, she
That
just
hit
went
out
out there
97.
naked. And whether it was her that wanted to do it, he said she wanted to do it. But
They
she
brought
went
that
there
out
to
on
the
the Hot
Grammys
97.
naked.
I mean, but all right, there was one thing I did read that he just posted like today or yesterday or something like that, talking about how he was, and it's not, I'm not defending what he says, but he's saying, you know, he was upset because he got nominated for a Grammy, never got the tickets for the Grammy, went through all these hoops and called everybody he knows to get tickets to the Grammy. They only gave him tickets to the red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
So that explains the whole Bianca censoring. Like, all right, you guys want to censor me?
I'm gonna make a splash.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a splash, exactly. But then, you know, with somebody that has mental issues like that, they're gonna let that get to their heads and like, you know what? I can say anything. I'm a billionaire now.
Right.
You know, but then that's like I said, I'm not defending
That's
him.
what I think the problem is like you can't tell nobody with more money than you what to do.
Right.
And because he
And I know
has
Kanye
more
feels
money
that way.
than everything around him, it's not anything you can tell him.
Yep.
It's the same vices as we look at Musk and Trump and Bezos and Zimmerman. You know what I mean? Like all of these dudes got so much money we can't even relate to the thoughts that process through their heads because they don't care for it and they got so much. I just was hearing something and reading something that Elon Musk just got some new contracts that he make $800 million a day. A day.
That's crazy.
Can you think about that?
He's getting a lot of government money. People don't realize that stuff, man. These
So it's
saps
like
out there,
once
bro.
it gets to that point, like that's why I'm saying like what's wrong with Ye? Like he's a billionaire. And, like
that money changes your
it once,
mind.
and
your
then
whole
imagine I
chemical
think he richer
structure.
than Jay-Z and he a billionaire. So it's like once he feel like his idols become his rivals, it's like what you gonna tell him?
Right. Can't
You know what I'm
tell me
saying?
nothing.
Like he said the song. You can't tell me
Right.
nothing. Let's get
Hey man, hey, real quick, hey, we're gonna get into some music. Before we move off of the topic, we're gonna move off of Ye, cause you know what I'm saying, like he's dealt with enough limelight over it all, bro. I can't co-sign it all, but I'm just saying. So did y'all see the part of the Grammys when the AP News lady snubbed Babyface?
Yes.
Y'all see that?
To go talk, yeah.
To talk to
He said, y'all want to do that?
y'all
Go ahead, do
wanna
that.
Go ahead, yeah. Bro, that
I
was
didn't see
wild.
that. I
You
didn't even
see
watch
that?
the Grammys.
Bro, and then
I stopped supporting the Grammys after.
Oh, and
the
I feel you.
Grammys.
No, I didn't watch the Grammys. I just saw whatever came up on Twitter, on the Twitter feed
Okay.
or whatever. But nah, man, that announcer, that lady, the interview lady, man, she was wrong. She came out and apologized, and you could tell it wasn't a real apology. She's like, we all love Babyface. It's like, nah, bro, y'all don't all love
She said
Babyface.
what?
If you did and you knew who he was, you would never have done that.
Right.
Or no, I forgot what her name was. The younger girl.
Clario or some shit. 'Cause I think,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck she
His
is.
hair be glistening, bro. It's Babyface. She should
Hey,
have known.
that's a 16-time Grammy winner.
Yeah,
man.
like she should have known who she was talking to. That's like
Right.
talking. That's like her talking to Quincy Jones, the late great Quincy Jones.
She didn't even,
you
not
know,
once.
like-
Not once did she say, oh, happy to see you here again on this red carpet. How does it feel?
Right.
How does it feel to be back on the red carpet after so
Right.
many years?
Right.
Oh
Yeah, you
my
can't be
God.
having these people that don't know the music actually going up there because there's people that actually do know the music that deserve
Bruh.
those positions. You know what I mean?
I'm tired of this influencer thing, bro.
I know.
Just because
I
you got the
know.
clout don't mean
The
nothing.
viewers don't
Right.
make you truer, man.
Right.
Mm.
Right, man. So, and then when we come back, though, we're going to get into some music real quick. When we come back, though, I just want to talk about, because, just hit the airwaves, you know what I'm saying, this Sexy Songs for You.
Oh yeah, no, I already had that in the mind.
What's
Yeah.
that?
We're gonna bring it up.
That's
We got
the
some.
new
We got.
Drake and Party.
I got some stuff to talk about. That for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, hey, we're
Let's
going
talk
to get
about
it.
it.
You gonna play it?
Nah, we can't play because that's probably not
Okay, I got you.
edited friendly.
I can listen to it off air.
But I got this edited playlist that I made, specifically for the new Humboldt Hot Air. Shout out Humboldt Hot Air. It ain't time yet, but we're gonna be letting them know towards the top of the hour. KHHALP Arcata 94.7. We're gonna let them know again closer to 9:00. But right now, I'm gonna get into some Murs. Shout out to Murs, man.
That's one of my favorite rappers.
Right? Hey, man. Murs is one of my favorite too. This one right here, this is off Murray's Revenge. It's called Murs Day.
So hold it real quick.
What up, though?
Real quick.
Hey.
My first show was supposed to be for Murs. My first show ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he ended up like canceling because of the promoters or some shit like that. But yeah, it was supposed to happen.
That's crazy, man. Hey, man, you're gonna get us in trouble cussing on here, bro. I'm just
sorry.
Anytime that way we slowly get into the rhythm of.
I know. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good.
I know you're listening. I know y'all listening at the good people at Humboldt Hot Air. I'm trying right now. I love y'all. Listen to this Murs.
You listen to Check This Murs.
What up, though? Murs. Knife Wonder. Murray's Revenge. Just let it play. Wonder with them. I know what time it is. Shut your fat. Watch your mouth and lower your tone and keep your hand on that cell phone. We back. Now my day in the sun has come. The one chosen to break up the ice that got the rap world frozen. Speak that slang, that'll heat up the game. Now roll down your window, turn the beat up and bang. Feeling the breeze, let the world know they still making real MCs. So please, make a call, tell your friend, tell the hood that we back and revenge never sounded so good. Questioning ninth about chopping vocal samples. I'll chop you in your throat till you choke on the answer. Nice with this mic since I was broken handsome. Till I get my respect, I'm holding dope for ransom. From the west coast, everything I float's an anthem. A&Rs who slept are now throwing a tantrum. Hand them over, boys, your jewels and your girls. Bow down to the sound, cause Murs rules the world. I'm better than your favorite rapper, but it don't take much these days for you to master the mic. Most of these rappers trapped in the hype. They making whole albums, only half of it's tight, so they never really have an impact on your life. That's why 316 was genius. We all connected through this minstrel show, man, I mean it. Until my day's in, I'm getting paid, my friend, without pimping my soul. The gangster limping was old, so I walk like a man and talk to my fans. Clocked a few grand, but you gotta understand, I got a little money and I could've bought a chain, but my mama would've killed me, simple and plain. Exchange for a currency, for legal tender. Now I'm back to in the era of the great pretender. So pull your pants up and turn that noise down. It's Mercer Ninth Wonder on the second go round. Go round, go round, go round, go round.
Yo. That was Murs right there. Y'all want to hear some more Murs? We can get into something different. Hey.
What you got? Old school hip hop.
That's what I got. That's what this playlist actually is
rappity,
right here.
rap.
Let's hear that boom bap, man.
Hey, man, I could actually do it like this. I could play something that's a Kanye beat with Kanye.
Don't even
it,
tell them what it is.
And it ain't even.
See if they could guess.
Explicit.
If they could guess, call in at 707-382-1398.
You mean once they start hearing it?
Yeah.
Play it.
Oh, it's gonna be way too easy once they hear this one though.
But let's see if they know. If they really love the hip hop, man. We'll
Right.
We'll see what they know.
Right. Well, let me tell you what.
That number again is 707-382-1398.
Hey, there you go. Call in, y'all. Check this one out, though. This is a hip hop
Don't ever do
classic
that
right
again.
here. Let's get
Don't
into
ever
it.
do that again. You just made my skin crawl right now.
We adjusting. Here, let's peep this right here.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Now turn it up.
I can't live my life this way. Continually get high instead of run around like one bird down. It's a new day, gotta do it big just to get by. Show no respect, can't live that way. Nah. You hold my check, can't live that way. Without my chick on deck, can't live that way. They say what they like, but I've been that way. Our moves calculated through the lens. Almost here. Success will be the best revenge. Man, from Clint East to Kanye West. The sun can't chill, but every day it sets.
This time I made up my mind. This time I'm back on my grind. I know there's things in my life that I'ma let go starting tonight. I can't live my, 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 I can't live my life this way. I can't live my, I can't live my, I can't live my,
Kanye to the. My favorite girl wanna leave me just because I got a girlfriend. My freak girl told me now she a Christian. My white girl wanna move back to Michigan. I'm pulling girls off the bench like a 6-man. I'm in the club doing the same old two-step, while Omega's doing the same old Q-step. I had my money on my mind, I was thinking green. She a pledge, aka she was pink and green. I want a good girl, she want a gentleman. We saying the same thing like a synonym. I wasn't really spitting game, I was scrimmaging. My penmanship so hard it needs censorship. I'm a Chicago win to Chicago wins till we blow like Chicago win. I don't know what's better, getting laid or getting paid. I just know when I'm getting one, the others getting away this way. Yeah.
this time I'm back on my grind. I know there's things in my life that I'ma let go starting tonight.
Tonight.
I can't live my, I can't live my,
Yeah.
I can't live my, I can't live my, I can't live my, I can't live my, I can't live my life this way. I can't live my, I can't live my, I can't live my, I can't live my,
Here we go.
Go ahead, flip a coin so the game can start. Believe I know the drama kid, name the part. I learned before the hot flame came to spark. It's like before the pop fame came to park. But this industry will play with your life, man. They're playing with your rent, food, water, and lights, man. That's why Rocker brings it like that old Toddy T jam, the battle ram. Then I'm off to Amsterdam to rest up for strength to deal with this weight, to deal with these deals, to deal with this hate. I dedicate this to Jam Master J. Run DMC, show me how to walk this way.
this time I made up my mind. This time I'm back on my grind. I know there's things in my life.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. All the ladies.
I can't live my, I can't live my, I can't live my,
Come on, fellas.
I can't live my,
Fellas.
I can't live my, I can't live my,
Yeah. Like that now. Come on. Ladies. Fellas. Yeah, like that. Come on. Yeah. Throw your lighters up. If you got a light, I want you to clap right now. If you're feeling like I'm feeling right now. Clap. Take it home.
Yeah. Gangstar has got to be the sure shot. DJ Premier and Guru's got to be the sure shot. Dilated people's got to be the sure shot.
Yeezy,
Hip hop
Yeezy,
humble's
Yeezy.
gotta be the sure shot.
Hey.
Humble hot air's gotta be the sure shot.
Right.
KHHALP Arcada's gotta be the sure shot.
These bars though, these bars,
94.7
I got
FM.
rebates on rebates on
Gotta
rebates.
be the sure
He hates
shot.
and she hates and rebates and we bake.
And we back, people.
I'm just saying that y'all.
Yeah, that's that. No, you right. Everybody would have known that. Everybody would have known that. I got one that they don't think that they'll know though, and that's why I be like, I be trying to throw stuff out of my
Put it
heart.
in the
Y'all,
chamber.
I got the mind of
Put it in the
old
chamber.
person. We remember what we won't do.
Rapidy,
what I'm
rapidy,
saying?
rap.
Nah, for real.
But yeah, no. But no, that's that dilated people's is. If you would have said that, I would have known exactly what song you was talking about.
Oh,
Dilated
Because that
Peoples.
wasn't really Kanye. That was dilated people's.
I rapped
featuring,
for
right?
evidence
with the beat
when
up.
I was 17.
Yeah.
I rapped for evidence when I was
That's
17.
crazy.
Oh, look at him.
Bro, you been doing it, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, bro, I ain't new to this, bro.
True
Truly.
it is.
When I was 17 years old, bro.
Did you tell Ruffian that? I know Ruffian loves evidence.
Buffy.
I haven't, but
Shout out to
if probably
Buffy.
you're listening.
Shout out to
Ruffy.
Ruffy and that Buffy
I rapped
and
for your
Tuffy.
favorite rapper, bro.
Hey.
He gave me a free shirt too. Raining Cats and Dogs shirt.
Oh, he
That's
did?
what's
Because
up.
I didn't get one because I'm about to call him.
Not Ruffian.
Okay.
Evidence, bro.
Okay.
Evidence gave me a
I
Raining
was
Cats
gonna
and
call
Dogs
him.
shirt.
I was just going to say I
That's
was going to call
crazy.
him.
Nah, man.
I was just going to call him. You know what I'm saying?
Call him up.
Hey, we
shout out to
gonna- we
Buffy
gonna-
and all, man.
So you
Buffy, we're gonna have to get him in the studio one time.
we do.
Yeah.
So you were talking about before we play some music.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some sexy songs for you?
Well, I mean, I don't have that much to say about it because I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like Drake like that, and I don't like Party like that. So I haven't actually listened to.
I
haven't
gave
listened to
everybody
it.
the benefit of the doubt, regardless. Like I said,
You
separate
checked
the
it?
artist. I did,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say this much and this much only. It was very hard to get through. Very hard to get through. There was a couple jams in there where I'm like, okay, this can do something.
Is it an album or something?
It sound like a mixtape to me because it just sounds like it was done quick. You
So
know?
it's like a feature
one
mixtape?
thing positive I have to say is that Drake did beat Kenny's streaming record.
Yeah,
He
because
got
everybody been wondering what he gonna
92.4
say.
million or something like
Yeah,
that.
he beat the
Kendrick only got
record on Spotify.
92.3.
On Spotify.
That's
One
crazy.
day.
One day on Spotify.
Oh, that's minimal. And
But-
you know
And
there's
that's-
bots involved with that.
Yeah, and then at the same time, like,
And Give Me a Hug was everybody's going on about Give Me a Hug. It really wasn't that great, bro. Like it was very
So
underwhelming. It was very underwhelming for me. You know, it was very underwhelming for me. Like some of the lines in there were kind of like funny. You know, there's like some lines in the song or in this whole album. What does he say? I use this line first, bro. He says I'm not like them and they not like us. Like I use that shit first. I'm gonna sit there and say that. But you know what I'm saying? I think my favorite one was called Somebody Loves Me, and it's like a really slow R&B song. It's not even a rap song, really.
everybody likes Drake's
The
with
one
melodies.
the one that I really hate, I was gonna say the F word, but the one that I hate to the most, and it's almost like not almost, but
How
kind of
many
is
is on there?
offensive. Meet Your Padre. He's got Chino Pacas on it, a Mexican artist.
Oh,
And
that
this
was that
dude's
one
using
song,
a
yeah.
fake Mexican accent, talking about I want to meet your padre and your madre.
Drake is.
Drake, and I get he does that. He steals people's like, accents and shit and lingos. But like, if you and stuff. I'm trying. I'm just passionate about this.
We're gonna be canceled
I'm
quick,
just,
y'all.
I'm just passionate.
Welcome to the second to last Hip Hop Humboldt Radio Show.
Just fire me. Literally, just fire me. Keep these guys around. I'm sorry. I'm trying over here.
you're
But
saying
it was very like I'm just passionate
That's
about it because
crazy.
it just sounds so
I haven't heard it. I gotta
ingenuine.
listen to it then.
It just sounds so corny.
Meanwhile,
so cheesy.
Meanwhile, Kendrick did it, and it was genuine when
Yeah.
he pulled L.A. in on.
And he got and he's got
Chino.
Chino Pacas. Chino Pacas is a great Mexican artist.
Yeah, that's that one
it's
song I
just-
heard that he released with him, and they had like at least a snippet of it.
Man,
But see, here's my
it was
question.
So
then.
like I heard it and it was like lightweight. Like I
So
was like,
you
this
being
kind of
a-
offensive.
so you being a
crazy.
you
'Cause there's
being
no
a
justice to
fan,
it.
you being a fan of the music.
I-
Okay, so you being a fan of the music because I haven't heard it yet, right? So you being a fan of the music, comparing that to G and X, where would you put that? Like as far as
It's
like,
just hard to compare the two because I can't compare an R&B album to
is there
a
are
rap
there
album.
jabs?
There are jabs on there, bro, but it's like it's just so underwhelming that like I don't even pay attention to that, like what he says about Kendrick on there because it's just so underwhelming.
Right. So do you think that the
That's a
views,
bad
the surpassing of the views are
It's all
mainly
drama.
because everybody was wondering?
They want to know what he's
the
saying.
cup-
Yeah, they want to know what they're
okay.
saying about Kendrick.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Give Me a Hug did the most because he's talking about Kendrick on that song, particularly. And so like I think that's what got the 92.4 billion, because they wonder if the beef is still going. But like I said, it's very hard to get through. And then when I got to that Mexican track, I was like, this is like offensive. Like he's kind of like has a fake Mexican accent.
I knew it was like that when I heard that song with
And it's like so corny,
when I
And
heard
then he
that,
just throws
yeah.
Chino Pacas on the hook, like, oh, well, throw the Mexican guy on here
Yeah.
and make it all right.
See, and that just falls in line with
Culture
Drake's
vulture,
MO,
with
in
everything
my
that
opinion.
Kendrick
Yeah.
says. But see,
Right.
I heard the same thing when I heard that 4 Bats with Drake, because I didn't know who 4 Drakes was. 4 Bats. I thought 4
Drakes.
Bats, 4 Drakes, right? 4 Bats was, I thought 4 Bats was a female. And then I see it's a dude. I'm like, bro, so he's following, like he's falling. You know what I'm saying? Like he's falling in love with these dudes that he be putting on these tracks, and then taking a style on the tracks. And the thing that is making me upset is the fact that he's not paying them. for
We don't know
stealing.
that though. We don't know that though.
He ain't paying them for stealing
We
their
don't know.
style.
Better be.
For their style?
Nah, yeah, he ain't paying.
He not paying them for that style,
But-
bro. Look at Drake when he first dropped to now. Every time he drop an album, he's whoever songs he's on, he
like-
done had 2 Chainz style.
But it's so hard to
Yeah, every
compare the
style.
two. It's so hard to compare GNX to Some Sexy Songs for You. Just because I said like Some Sexy Songs for You is like an
it's
R&B.
called Some
R&B.
Sexy Songs for You.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's for, you know what I'm saying? It's just R&B
So on
music.
something like that, he shouldn't even
It's
take
R&B
jabs at
music.
Kendrick. Like you don't take jabs at Kendrick with a title of something called Some Sexy Songs for You.
Unless you Drake.
I mean, Kendrick's last 2 was what? GNX, and what was before that?
Morale.
Mr. Morel, the Big Steppers.
Come on, bro. You
I
don't.
know. Oh, he's not, it's on the whole, and that's why the whole.
I
you
may
know what I'm
say
saying?
that. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you good. I'm just saying the whole like big 3 and everything like that. Like it just shows that Kendrick is
That's crazy.
echelons above what Drake is doing out here for music.
I
you
think
know?
Kendrick really has a problem. I think that his mind, he can't stop his mind.
You like those haters that love to hate him.
Like-
That's what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, well, because I'm not a hater of him. Like, I'm from down there. Like a lot of the stuff that people was hearing, we was hearing way before it came out because
Right.
it was mixtape times. Like even coming from Nipsey Hussle, like Bullets Ain't Got No Names. We've been hearing
1,
that
2, and
for
3.
disc. Like we was hearing that on CDs before people was hearing that streaming.
1, 2,
Streaming
and
just
3.
got around to that. People still tapping in and they still catching up on a lot of Kendrick right now. But I'm saying like as a fan, like yeah, bro, like. Kendrick is doing something different, bro, and I would say like he doesn't stop thinking, and I think that I think he's a prime example of what it means to be an artist like with 0 restrictions and a studio at hand. That's where you become deadly.
Right.
Every artist that's ever been out that I've looked at, even the changing art. I mean, from like you got a studio at hand.
I may say this about both projects though.
Real quick, let me give it 5 seconds. Cut in on you, Bear, real quick to just do it like we're supposed to do at the top of the hour within the first 5 minutes. You're listening to KHHALP Arcata. Albert, back to Albert, what you was talking about.
See, man,
right?
I was gonna let you do that every time. You just you got the
I might
radio
just
voice.
cut in for 5 seconds and interrupt y'all, and then right back to
You
it.
got
So
well,
never lose
you
your
got the
thoughts.
radio voice for it though, so I ain't even mad at it. I like hearing it. But one thing I may say about both of the projects is they both have a mixtape feel to me. They don't feel like albums.
GNX, yeah.
GNX and Some Sexy Songs for You. They sound like mixtapes to me. They sound like they got done quick. Not taking away from, anything from it. It just sounds like they were done quick compared to
Some Sexy Songs.
compared to Mr. Morale,
Right.
compared to For All the Dogs. Like they just have like a mixtape feel to me.
Did you see by chance? Did either of y'all see what Big Rabbit said? Did y'all see what Freddie Gibbs said? They said people was chiming in, and then Freddie
Yeah,
Gibbs
they
was like,
said
yeah,
Gibbs
look,
stole a song. Drake stole a song from Gibbs.
stole the whole sold separately for you and everything, like the logo for
and
the
you know,
shit. And
Bear,
then they
that's
had
your
the rabbits,
dude.
Had the rabbits on there.
That's
like
your
the Big
dude,
Rabbit.
Bear.
Freddie
And
Gibbs.
that's your
It's like
dude,
my favorite. That's
bro.
my
Yeah.
favorite like rapidy rapper.
That's your
what
dude,
Gangsta
bro.
is.
That you gonna let Drake take from your dude, bro?
He takes from anybody, bro. He took from the
That's
Mexican
sad.
culture. I can't say nothing about it. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
And then that's the crazy part about it is that when it just comes to music, people are still gonna love Drake. They still gonna mess with him. I'm just surprised that he brought a project out like this. Again, I haven't listened to it, but I take your word for it, Bear.
All I
know
gotta
you know
say
what you're
is-
talking
I think
about.
at this point, is
Biggie survived, hit him up, bro.
Right.
Jake's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, well, I just think at this point, everybody's just like anything he drops gonna spike people's curiosity because they're gonna wonder if any of it's gonna be get back for anything. that
I do
he
say this
lost
much
to
though,
Kendrick
even
about, like,
even with the R&B shit, the R&B stuff,
things,
R&B
yeah.
things, it still doesn't hit the same.
right?
It still don't hit the same. He got disabled by Kenny.
That's
And
crazy.
Snow Drake and
Jimmy is
yeah.
still in the wheelchair.
he went back to the wheelchair.
He went back to the wheelchair.
Remember, he couldn't walk. Then he started walking.
Right.
Now he's back in the wheelchair.
He don't like being there. Let me tell you what.
He is
ain't
back
gonna
in the
like
chair.
He's gonna have to bring out a project to really like, cause this don't sound like the project where people are gonna be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like put him back in the top, in the big 3 or whatever it is. He may not ever be in the big 3.
He gonna
like
have
that
to
ever
get back to
conversation ever again.
But you hear what Mustard said about him though? Because they asked Mustard like, how do you think somebody like Drake or Drake can recover from this, you know. And
What Mustard say?
Mustard is just saying, just make good, genuine music. Like, don't
That's it.
you know? And he brings it back to himself. He said, everything I do is genuine as possible. I want genuine connections. That's who I make music with. I don't make music just to make music to make a hit. I make genuine connections, and it's like,
Bro,
that's all you got to do is just continue making good music,
Drake,
genuine
he
good
need to
music,
go
and you're
back
gonna be
to-
fine.
He need to go back to that album. What was the album that Fireworks was on?
So this is the thing, is like, he definitely did this as a PR stunt
More
because he
views?
needs to
Nah,
jump
before
back.
More views.
No, that was, but wait, what was that album that Fireworks was on? Something Now Later.
Thank
If
me
you
later.
reading this, it's
If
too late.
no, Thank Me Later.
No,
Thank Me Now.
No, if you're reading this, thank me later. No,
No, if you're reading this too late.
that's too late. Yeah, no,
Like that I think,
Yeah,
but I
right
think it
there.
was that was that's where he need to go back to.
Oh yeah, because he had find your love. He had find your love. You
Yeah,
better find
yeah.
your. Oh, that was made by Kanye.
He had everything in that as far as genre of hip hop or music, right?
That's his
Because
breakout album, really.
he had his reggae tone. He had the I could bar out if I need to. He had the women's songs for sure. He had the
He had your guy.
collaborations.
You fancy now.
He
You
had
fancy now.
like it was
Jay-Z, this
he
guy, like,
had
you talking about
Swizz,
Kanye, but he love
he had
Jay-Z.
everything that was needed
love
to
Jay-Z.
make that an album for him to be a breakout artist. And I think that he needs to kind of retract and go back to him being a breakout artist. Like start working as if you are a breakout artist and not utilize the writing group anymore. Just go back to your pen. And I think that will make more of a change, because at the point and at the peak he is now, he's still Drake. So no matter what he does, if he go back to his pen, he can still sell. It's Drake. People gonna still tune in. And I think that what he's relying on is the other people that's making this, you know, like the writing this stuff and helping him write this. And I don't think it's like to the people, as just to me as a person, it's not as authentic as
Way too
what you feeling with Kendrick, because you hearing Drake's music, but you feeling Kendrick's music.
Right.
You feeling his visuals. You feeling the things he's saying.
Like you said, it's not his authentic voice.
Yeah, it's not Drake. That's not the Drake that. And I was and not to get it misunderstood, I was a Drake fan because I felt like at a point when I was doing music a long time ago, I was trying to blend R&B with rapping. And I was like, if somebody can make that happen and make it like so melodic to where it's like kind of, you know what I mean? Like, and then Drake came out. So it made total sense. I'm like, oh, he gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it was more or less knowing music. He has to stick to what he got in. Like, when you get to this point in stage, like, that's the thing about when you do rap beefs. You do a rap beef, you got to go back to what you normally do. Especially if you lose.
Right.
You back at square one, bro. Feel me? So with him, it's like he got to start back from where the hunger. It's not there no more because you got the money. You got everything. The hunger ain't there no more.
You think that's why what you saying the concept right there? You talking about when you lose a rap beef, you got to go back to what originally worked for you. You think that's something in the mentality of J. Cole? Why after you know what I'm saying there was the big beef, the big three. Beef,
I think J. Cole
he punked out of it.
I don't think he punked out of it at this point
his
now.
First three,
Me and Albert was talking about this the other day. We was like, we don't think he punked out of it. Where I was like, I don't think he punked out of it at this point, because I was like, at this point he was smart.
Right, I agree.
Albert was like, he knew. He must have knew something we didn't know, and I was like, bro, it makes total sense now. When I seen the halftime show, I'm like, yeah, I would have stayed out of this shit too. Right. I mean, this stuff too. I'm sorry. Excuse, that's me. But I would have stayed out of it too, because like he knew the things Kendrick was doing was career damaging.
Right.
It wasn't necessarily about the artist and damage to the artist. It was career damaging. It's like he's not gonna just battle you. It's gonna he's gonna try to end your career.
And at the same
he
time,
didn't want to be a part of that. Like
at the
that's why
same
he say
time,
like they both my friends.
I feel like
You know what I'm
Cole
saying?
still got his career damaged in some sense for that.
I think it's
And
still
the
in the same place
the
it's
reason
been
why I
at.
say that is because, all right, one, he backed down to the beef. So like, you know, what do you call them? Purists are gonna be like, oh, he can never back down from a beef. At the same time, like just all the strays that he caught in the beef. There's lines that are just memorable that he had, you know, at that point he has no control over. People are gonna sing those strays all the time.
No, for sure.
So either way, like that shit, the stuff was damaging. You know?
I think that he's gonna leave him in the same state he in now, like to where if you mess with Cole, you mess with Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that this is gonna really hinder him too much, and that's why, like even with because I was one of the ones on like, well, why he back out? Like lyricist, lyricist, we do this, right? So it's like, so at that point it was like, yeah, I didn't. Well, once I saw what Kendrick was doing, I would have gracefully bowed out too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to be in their mind. If I know what you about to, and he said, and according to Schoolboy said that he had played something for for J. Cole, and that was kind of like Cole was like, yeah, that's what made him say he cool. He heard something that Kendrick was planning on dropping, and he like, oh yeah, I'm not getting in that.
Oh yeah,
because you got to think about it,
smarter move,
bro.
Don't get into a fight you can't win, and that the old ninja.
I don't think that Cole could not have win it, because I would say he's more of a lyricist than Drake is.
Oh yeah,
so I would say wordsman wise, he probably would have put up more of a fight than Drake did.
Right.
Drake is showman versus wordsman. So he would have. Drake is trying to win for his showmanship versus this is a wordsmith conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what hip hop is boiling down to at this point. Like this is a wordsmith conversation, and he's trying to get kudos for his showmanship, and that really doesn't. That ain't just and it's like fighting with a kitchen knife and a sword. Like it's not going to equate. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I think that's what maybe his team didn't tell him. But
what's been interesting,
it made for
me,
great music for us.
Oh yeah, great year for music last year without a doubt.
Great year for hip hop.
What was something that was interesting for me though, and I just look at what was going on. Let's just say like 2.5 years ago, Dreamville was on top. They was killing TDE.
They was on the cusp of it because they was getting a lot of different artists I was having, and then it just kind of fell off, right?
And it did. And at that point in time, before they fell off, I was like, bro, like they put TDE to sleep. Like TDE ain't gonna be really able to come back from this. And then what happened the next year? 2024 happened, bro. TDE put Dreamville to sleep, literally. Like ain't nobody been on a run like TDE was this last year.
But then at the same time, music works in quarters,
right?
Okay, so. That might be a big part of it. Third, second, fourth.
You always
quarter.
got your downtime.
Yeah, you don't know who's in the first, second, third, fourth quarter. So, we know the major artists is fourth quarters. That's where you hear the Kendricks, the Drakes, the Coles, the Jays, the Nas's. Those are fourth quarters, the Yays. We gonna hear a lot of, and the thing is now because of the industry and what's going on and happening, how it's kind of regressing back to the artists on the independent stage. We don't know how those quarters go. I would say more or less like that's why you see so many up and coming artists being thrown in your face so much, is because they're trying to figure out where that first and second quarter is.
Right. Let me interrupt you real quick. Let's hit this Wild Berries copy real quick. Shout out to Wild
Berries. Hear that voice? Let's hear that golden voice. Come on.
Hey man, because I had that mushroom shot.
You on the smoothie?
This is the mushroom shot. You have the mushroom shots, and you got to get them at Wild Berries.
I just got sick of it.
No, you can't get them at Wild Berries.
You do. You get the
talking
mushroom.
about the Reese's mushrooms.
Bro,
I thought you talking about
the mushroom shots.
I thought you talking about the, you know what I'm saying, the
Man, you can get those right outside by the Humboldt.
Yeah, we ain't talking about the smoothies. We talking about the actual, the mushroom shots with the pepper.
I was just there. I was sick. And I had a ginger shot from there.
From Wild Berries?
From Wild Berries. Had the ginger shot.
Oh, yeah.
The crude cleanser? It's all right.
That'll burn it all out.
They got these mushroom shots in it.
But it was good. It was good.
Yeah. Shout out to Wild Berries. Support comes from Wild Berries Marketplace. Wild Berries is proud to offer a broad choice of quality products, superior service, and exceptional ambiance while supporting many organizations in our community just like Humboldt Hot Air. Head over to the home of the Wild Platter Cafe and the Wild Nectar Juice Bar for all your shopping needs. And do not forget they have delivery and curbside every day. Wild Berries Marketplace, your supermarket of choice, top of the hill, G Street in Arcata.
And sandwiches.
Stop, bro.
Hey, they do have a deli bar, though. Shoot, you crazy. This is crazy. Hey, man. Hey, they're gonna, that's what they need to get, what I'm saying, like some
And
shows
sandwiches.
going.
I'm just saying.
Now they got the sandwiches.
They got sandwiches in there. People,
Yeah.
if y'all don't go to Wild Berries, they got hot food when you walk in. It smell like
Right.
Auto
it smell
parts.
like dinner. Like
Oh, yeah.
and sandwiches.
Well, you walk in right there, the deli to
yeah,
the left.
it's like Wild Berries got all of that, smoothies and sandwiches. They keep forgetting to say that they got some of the best sandwiches in Arcata.
One more time, say it again.
And sandwiches. They need to like clip that and give me a check. I'm just saying. And sandwiches, because they got some good sandwiches in there, and you can make the double. You can double up on all of your stuff. The sandwiches that's made in there, the bread selection. Y'all go to Wild Berries. It's not called Wild Berries. It's Wild. It's the stuff you'll see in there is wild. And if your name was Berry, it'd be Wild Berry.
They
man.
need to pull you for the Wild Berries annual. Like,
Holla at me, Wild Berries, y'all need me, y'all need me to make you something.
Nah, for real.
I will get y'all a nice little jingle cracking, man.
Nah, for real though. Because Wild Berries be doing it. They take care of their people. They do like an annual, like an employee.
All they
like,
gotta do is give me sandwiches.
Hey, man.
Stop.
That's it. Sandwiches. They got some of the most. I don't know if y'all understand. When's the last time either one of you guys had a Wild Berry sandwich?
It's been a couple years.
That's what I'm saying. You get a sandwich and a smoothie.
Uh-huh.
Bro, it's the best thing you had in a while.
Since we plug
and
in.
it makes you feel good.
Since we plug in.
Wild berries and sandwiches.
I got a couple people in our community that I might want to just throw out there,
Yeah, talk about it.
Shout out to anybody needs some tattoos, hit up the local artist, Lobo.
Boom.
He's a great graffiti artist. Anybody that needs a haircut, hair color, hit up Hair by the homegirl Sarah Rose over there at the Ohm Zone. That's all I got. And it's all community, all local, shop local. You know what I'm saying? Keep the money local.
That's right. Ain't
Invest
nobody paying us to say this.
This is the key. And then this is what I mean. This is all community. Let's keep it all community. Let's
That's
keep the
it.
money in the community.
Speaking of, you said hair by. I want to give a quick shout out to the homie Bammy Deli's lady, hair by Ducky.
Get it in.
You know what I'm saying?
Get it in. Get it in.
Shout out to the homie Shay. Sanders Grooming Lounge.
Sanders Grooming.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, I messed with her when my hair was long. She twisted my stuff up.
There you go.
And I'm working on something. I just want to go ahead and say, I'm going to call it Late Night with Heights. We just need a 24-hour spot eatery around here, man. So we're going to be working on something where we could be out in the community. And when
You've
people
been talking
get out
about
of
this
this,
forever, bro.
And
No.
not the truck
Those
style.
was taco
Not the
nights
truck
with
style.
Height. That was Tuesdays. Taco Tuesdays was called Taco Nights with Height.
Whatever you're cooking,
I'm
bro, I've
trying
been
this-
waiting on it.
I'm calling this Late Nights with Heights because I'm thinking about like the way that we don't have nothing 24 hours around
Hey.
here but Tony's, so we got to settle.
You can't plug
No
yourself.
disrespect to Tony's. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can- yeah, I
And
mean-
I'm not plugging myself. I'm just
Chum
thinking
bucket.
about food.
You think the Tony's was the chum? Well, you guys are too old for SpongeBob. Never mind.
Nope, I know who's the chum bucket, but that's really what it reminds. Like
mind.
Tony's, I'm not gonna
My
lie.
bad.
Let's give a shout out to Tony's. Tony's got good bakery goods.
They do got the good pies.
breakfast.
One of the best around here.
Good
when it comes to
bakery
the bakery
goods, good breakfast food.
They got good bakes
the
for when
late
you bake,
night
you know what I'm saying?
vibes. The late night vibes.
24 hours.
We need a 24-hour eatery in Humboldt County.
Now they ain't paying us, so that's it for talking about then.
Yeah, now
They
let's
ain't
keep
paying
it smaller.
Humboldt Hot Air. Y'all
smaller
wanna,
people.
Y'all wanna hear more Tony's? Tony's holler at Humboldt Hot Air.
Yeah.
And be a sponsor of Humboldt Hot Air, and then we'll talk about you more.
And that goes out to any business in Humboldt County. If you want to get your business on the radio on KHHALPRK to 94.7, you might want to tap in with us because we will get your business on the radio and we'll let these people know where you will be, where to find you, where to come looking, where you're going to be, and it's the best thing to do. Go ahead and stay community based and get your community tap in with Humboldt Hot Air because it's nothing else better going. KHHA, LP, Arcata, 94.7. Come on, guys.
Let's go.
Clinics, we need you guys in here too. What is Humboldt made of? Okay, a lot of trees.
Right. Hey, with that being said, I'm gonna play your pick that you just told me.
Yeah, I got a
We're gonna
pick
get
too. I got a pick, man. If y'all know this, or if you heard this, you know, y'all might know what the word is. Go ahead and call us at 707-382-1398. One more time, that number is 707-382-1398. But if y'all know what this song is, I had a little selection. It was just in my section, so I wanted to save it with y'all and share it with y'all, you know. And I had to tell Dave. He knew exactly what I was talking about, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, Bear knew exactly what I was talking about, you know.
If y'all know what it is, call in, and
Hey,
let
what
us
month is
know.
it, by the way?
It's Black History Month right now.
Man, let's go ahead and play
No
this
matter
song.
what the
bro.
federal government is trying to ignore, what have you, and everything like that, bro. This is Black History Month. Let's shout out to Black Humboldt too, though.
Shout out.
They gonna be in here. They got their spot on, Humboldt High Air Radio
Yeah.
weekly. So tap in with the.
Y'all know how
Black
it go.
Humboldt
Shout out to Mo.
Takeover.
Mo,
Yeah,
I love you, Mo.
yeah.
But let's get into this, and we're going to go ahead and spread this Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead.
Tennessee, 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 Tennessee.
Lord, I've really been real stressed, down and out, losing ground. Although I am black and brown, problems got me pessimistic. Brothers and sisters keep messing up. Why does it have to be so damn tough? I don't know where I can go to let these ghosts out of my skull. My grandma passed, my brother's gone. I never at once felt so alone. I know you're supposed to be my steering wheel, not just my spare tire. But Lord, I ask you to be my guiding force and truth. For some strange reason it had to be. He guided me to Tennessee. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. Lord, it's obvious we got a relationship, talking to each other every night and day. Although you're superior over me, we talk to each other in a friendship way. Then out of nowhere, you tell me to break out of the country and into more countries, past Iceberg, into Ripley, where the ghost of childhood haunts me. Walk the roads my forefathers walked, climb the trees my forefathers hung from. Ask those trees for all their wisdom. They tell me my ears are so young. Go back to whence you came, my family tree, my family name. For some strange reason it had to be. He guided me to Tennessee. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans.
Ishi, she went down to Holly Springs. Razadon and Baba, they went down to Peachtree. Headliner, I challenge you to a game of horseshoes. A game of horseshoes!
Now I see the importance of history. Why my people be in the mess that they be. Many journeys to freedom made in vain by brothers on the corner playing ghetto games. I ask you, Lord, why you enlighten me without the enlightenment of all my folks. Instead, cause I set myself on a quest for truth, and he was there to quench my thirst. But I am still thirsty. Lord, allow me to drink some more. He said what I am searching for are the answers to all which are in front of me. The ultimate truth started to get blurry. For some strange reason it had to be. It was all a dream about Tennessee. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan.
Oh, won't you let me? Won't you help me? Won't you help me understand your Take me home, take me home, home. Take me to
Tennessee. Hey, Tennessee.
Hey,
They know
take
about
me
that,
through, but
man.
not that.
Hey,
To-
man.
is it phone ringing?
That's arrested. We got the light up?
No.
Nah, I think no.
No, man, don't get me excited. If y'all want to call in, that number is 707-382-1398.
Don't be cussing, man.
And that and that's what we trying to tell people though, is you know what I'm saying, like we out here doing this. This is community service, but we need y'all to tap in, and I'm talking about the MCs in the community. You know what I mean? Like I ain't the type of person, I don't, you know what I'm saying, we could do this like that, but I ain't out there chasing nobody to be doing nothing. We creating infrastructure, giving our time for free. We need y'all to tap in with us and then actually come down.
Keep
like
it
you
going.
say, you're gonna come down and slide it out here. We're not gonna. Hey man, this ain't about no gatekeeping on nobody that's doing no hip hop around here. You come out here and show love.
And if you want
gonna
your
be on the radio,
and if you want your music played on the radio, just make sure you got a radio ready, bro.
it's got to have a radio edit.
That's it. You just
know?
gotta have a radio ready, bro.
And that's what I'm saying is this is taking it to the next level for Humboldt County hip hop, because we giving y'all a chance to be. You got somebody in that car driving through. They're gonna be tuning in to the radio, the FM radio, and they might be listening to your music. And that's the infrastructure that we're creating for y'all running this show. Shout out to Humboldt High Air for running the station. But we want y'all to come tap in, slide out, come out here with some radio edits of your songs, and we going to play your music. You know what I mean? You want us to play one of your tracks? You know what I'm saying? We'll play one of your tracks, send it to me, send it to Albert, send it to Height. But we want y'all to actually start coming in, tapping in with the show, come out. I want to see some of these homies out here. I want to see y'all come out and do a cypher live on the radio show. You know what I'm saying? And take it to that level where you can't be cussing. So it's got to be just like we can't be cussing on here. Y'all can't be cussing either. You know what I'm saying? Like take it to the next level to where people could actually like find out about what you're doing out here.
You got the skill, man, and not the thrill. It's just a little bit more of a step up, man. We've been knocked back too much to step back, man. We gotta step up and be able to show people that this is what hip hop is, man. Like we able to adapt to all situations, man. We able to show community within our situations. We able to become one within our situations. And you know, everybody got their individual lives, but like music is something that'll never die, man. Hip hop is something that's gonna stay alive, bro, because it creates a lot of different genres of music. We just want to make sure that when y'all do tap in, we keep it on the page, man. Like so, it's not like we shutting anything down. We want y'all here. We want y'all to get in. We just want y'all to be ready. Because it's for us bringing this community base wise and community wise, it's like we can't lose what we creating for y'all. We got to make sure that the creation is all across the same board. We're gonna make sure we do our part. So as an artist, you got to make sure you do your part. Even though we are doing this way right now, like when it comes into making that FM, you can be on the radio. So you got to be able to adapt. Can't always be yourself everywhere you go. You got to adapt in certain situations. That's how the money comes.
That's progression. That's leveling up.
Yeah, that's how the money comes too. That's for the young dudes don't care nothing about nothing but the money. That's how the money comes. The money comes when you're able to adapt into your situation, bro. Right. You don't have to always be how you are where you at. You got to be able to adapt.
So
move and groove, bro.
That's
move
it right
groove.
there. So with that being said, I wanted, we had these conversations that we had tonight so far. So what's the outlook? I'm not even talking about locally though, because I'm talking about as a whole. After we just saw this beef go down, after we've seen these record labels change up, things in the industry have changed. Where do you think things are going? A change in the sound, a change in the way people operate, a change in, the music is, like
I don't feel
niches.
like there's gonna be any change really, but whatever lane anybody's in is gonna be amplified.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like any more independent artists, amplifying what they do best. Drake amplified his what he does best, R&B. Kendrick amplified what he does best, as far as hard-hitting beats and strong lyrics. So I just feel like every artist that's making something sonically is just going to stick in their lane and just amplify it to the most. And just, and I feel like in that way, it's kind of a change because people are being more genuine with themselves. Mm-hmm. And I think that's when the best music comes out, is when you're fully genuine.
Yep.
I mean, I think I agree because it makes, and at the same time, it's because everybody's, I would say, idea of what the music is to them ain't the same. So much new creation comes from it. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's needed in music. Period, is a lot of creation. It's like even these producers that's in the game, like the reason you're a producer is to produce. Is to produce for the artist, is to produce things that will be great, to produce things that people might catch, to produce frequencies, to produce anything, you know what I'm saying? And I think that it's so many producers that are just making beats that are artificial and taking something or snipping and snapping in here, and they're not really focused on their craft. But when the artist gets in the area, you want them to focus on what they do, and it can't be that way. Music is a give and a take. It's the ocean. Like, that's music. Music is the ocean. The roaring of the waves is the ocean. It's the push and the pull. So it's like at some point in time, like, to these producers, y'all got to step it up. Y'all got to step it up because great music starts with you. People are writing in silence, but the melodies, the music that they hear in their head, they can hum in it and tell it to you, and you can bring it to life. You guys got to step it up. If this is really what you do as a producer, you got to really focus and hone in on what you got into that industry for, what you got into loving music for, because as artists, we gauge off of what you guys do. If you create something that's on some other rhythm and frequency, then we go with that. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's where a lot of the music becomes damaging, is because the producers are just trying to get their money for selling their beats.
Placements.
That leads me to a question that I have for you then. So who is it that's going to be moving the sound, the culture forward? Is it DJs? Is it producers? Is it MCs? Is it wordsmiths?
Well, at this point, for me, particularly, it's a little bit of everything. It's complicated to pinpoint one thing because the DJs are focused on what they do. They are no longer behind the scenes. They're more or less, they want to be known for what they do. Like, looking at hip-hop as a structure, right? There was the DJ who was the scratcher and played the music, right? And then you had the artist who rocked the stage, the MC, right? You had the hype mans. You had, if they did have dancers or background dancers or break dancers or whatever have you, they were there as well, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't have all of that at once. It all was something that came about. And I think that right now it falls back on the production, because production is being more idolized in today's music versus the actual lyrics of the song. People hear more of feel more of the frequencies and hear more of the music before they listen to the words. Like, you don't have a song that drops in it on first word. Like, it's an intro to everything, and that's what sells you sometimes. And I get that, I think with music, me particularly with music, I think that it's in a bad space because people aren't willing to broaden their horizons. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To just give things a chance. I mean, like, you walk out the house every day, you could die, you're giving life a chance. So you can't give your ear a chance to listen to something you never heard. And I think that if that happened more, I think there would be no more music industry.
I agree with you. One thing I think, though, too, that has to be said along with that is that you got the younger generation who's going to always be moving things forward, right? Sure. And I think that they are willing to listen to different things, because I just like listen to, like, just for instance, like, I'll be talking to my son, about like what's popping, what's this and what's going on. Summers, he loves Summers. He loves Dave Blunts.
Dave Blunts. I've been fucking with. I've been messing with Dave Blunts. I've been messing. Sorry, I'm sorry.
And see, I hadn't even ever heard of Dave Blunts until my son said
sipping on promethazine.
Yeah, can't put the cup down.
Can't put down the cup.
But that's what I. So that's what
funny,
I.
Bro.
So that's what
funny.
I mean by, like.
I like his music. He's funny.
Yeah,
bro.
like, that's what I mean by like that type of things. Like, it's got to get down to the production, because you got to make it more creative to the artist. Coming from the perspective I'm speaking on, is more or less like, some beats make me want to write something inspirational or, you know, different from a different galaxy type thing, you know. And it starts with the music, right? Because that's really what the foundation is, right? It's how good the music is. It doesn't matter what's said on it nowadays, right?
Right.
Nobody's really listening, and that's what sucks, right? So that's why I said it's like, but the music is the foundation of it, and that's why.
The sound.
Shout out, shout out to your son. What he do, he make beats. Your shout out to Exclusive Beats, right? Shout out to the youth that are tuned into them frequencies, because that's what it is. When you can create something, even when you know how I am when I choose a beat, right? 5 seconds is gone, right? It doesn't. That's not a harsh way to put it, but you can feel it within that time period. And I think that a lot of the production aspects that are happening in the music are more lower tones. It's the booms and the bap. It's not more boom bap. It's like the doom, 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 doom. Then they go to the hi-hat. Doom. Ain't nobody playing that on a drum set, period, in tone like that.
Right.
So the creation it don't make it negative at all, but I feel like that makes people hear that and be like, oh, I gotta go here with this.
Right, I feel you.
You see what I'm saying? It's not too many artists that flip that to be like, okay, well, this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it do, you have these rare Kendricks.
When I hear
these rare JIDs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have these rarities that come out and be like, I can get on anything y'all throw at me and still flip it to what it's supposed to be.
Right. That's why I like a producer like, and I didn't want to cut you off, but that's why I like somebody like Nick Craven. Shout out to Nick Craven, because he's one of those producers where he'll do beats where it's no drums. You know, Alchemist does that sometimes too, where it's, you know, a real sample.
Because the drums
bass.
that could be filled in at the end. They so simple.
Could be, or just have
or it might not need it. Yeah, or it might not need it.
You know what I'm saying? So that changes the whole, because you know what I'm saying, these just typical trap beats. It's like you said, you're gonna have some deep bass and 808s. And then they put the hi-hats over it, like a hi-hat loop over it.
And then you got a snare every 8 bar. So you're not even feeling the pop of the pop. Like, the frequencies is what it means when those things all come together to create a frequency.
That, what you're talking about reminds me of the rock and roll renaissance, or the metal renaissance. The fact that when metal came around, people were used to a certain type of rock and roll. And they're like, what is this metal? It's like deeper, it's slower. You know, but like that's meant for, it's a movement, you know, they're like moshing in these things. They were going crazy in these things, just sparking people's anxiety, making them go crazy at these shows. So I feel like a lot of these young kids, they want that. They want that like rock energy at their shows. They want people to go crazy at their shows. So they're like, these producers are like kind of like mimicking these like rock drums or like metal type, you know, this metal structure, how metal is, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And then that's
there's
why
truth to that though. That's what I'm saying. Like, even what he's saying is, but that's what I mean. That's why what I mean by what I'm saying, because it's a lower vibration. It's truth to it, and to create the lower vibration to get people that are in those toxicity situations of whatever they're in, and to have them vibrate to one vibration and low. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's truth to it, but it all makes sense when you come to the aspect of it. I'm saying from the aspect of hip hop, like hip hop is so much uplifting than people think it is, or what the stigma is, the umbrella we under right now. Right. Like, hip-hop is so pureful, like, in a form of what it is. Like, to be able to create not just music, right, but music that can alter an emotion.
But like, you know, it's not necessarily like,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not necessarily like negative though, as far as like, you know, I was saying like the lower tones and stuff, you know.
No, it's not negative.
And because, you know, that's a way for a community to identify. Like, so like all these people like this style of hip hop, they can all come together and identify and enjoy that music together. You know what I'm saying? Just like how metalheads get together and mosh out, you know, and like to them that's everything, you know. So like to these kids, that's everything. And I feel like that's the part of hip hop that's still alive.
Yeah, I'm with you. I that's what I say. Like, even what you saying, like, I'm not saying it is a negative. I'm just saying hip hop is the creation and music to me. So what we create in hip hop kind of spans out to every other genre. Hip hop is not just one genre. It's literally rock. It's literally rock and roll. It's literally jazz. It's literally blues. It's literally pop. It's literally every genre of music is hip hop. So what I mean by when I say like the low vibrational, that's a place for people to identify, of course, because it's music based. But I mean, like, as far as the tones that are used or the undertones, I'm only speaking from a perspective of frequency. And lower frequencies normally put your body into a lower thing, to where you're a lower state, to where that's why people mosh, because they're in a zombie state. Higher frequencies of the music are, well, I'm not saying that's not why particularly, but I'm saying that's one of the reasons, because the music puts you in a lower frequency in the state of mind, and to where it's, or that's the party of what it is. Because a lot of the times, like for instance, like a lot of the metal music where like a lot of the dudes like just roar on the mic with deep tones and be like, I don't get that, because I'm like, that's not, and you know, but I get the music that's being played by the band, right? They're literally putting everything into that, right, to create the frequency. In that moments, you won't, I don't know, 10 words that somebody will say when they grab a mic and be like, right. But some people listen to it. But what I'm saying is, like, hip hop is one of the genres that is always uplifting, no matter what it is. It can be looked at like when 21 Savage came out, I didn't deal with it, the mumble rap, right? But it became uplifting because the evolution, and you start to see the community that coming and following that, it brings them people out into society.
But I also wouldn't just necessarily classify it as uplifting, and when you compare it to, like, let's just say rock music, where people are just like, you know, getting those.
I don't even think that's rock. I would think that what is that?
Metal. I
like,
don't even know.
What would you call that, Albert? When people like
death metal. Death metal.
Yeah.
Low vibration.
But my thing is this though, is that at the basis of it all, music is frequencies that's gonna put you in a trance. And so, you know, you just going on, and it's just different frequencies, and they might be lower frequencies, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's like, you know what I'm saying, like the uplifting is a higher frequency, and it's not stratifying it as necessarily better, because you're gonna have people out there that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, grunging, going to the punk shows, going to the, you know, metal shows and everything like that, and they're like, nah, this guy.
People want to be a part of
they be
something.
They be lifting and feeling up, like they feeling up.
You know, that's what I'm saying though. That's like it's for.
That's why I say people
music
is
for people to identify
it's
in the community.
Yeah. That's why I concur with he's saying, because it's an identifiable thing.
So like that's
people
what I'm
want to
saying.
be a part of something. And I'm just saying, for me, what hip hop is it's that other frequency. It's that frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
but here's another thing.
It's called what? Death rock.
But
right?
here's the flip. Here's the coin flip.
With death.
Here's the coin flip though. Here's the coin flip.
Yeah.
Somebody at one of those metal shows may look at hip hop and be like, "Oh, they got low frequencies with 808s."
They do.
That's all they do.
Right.
That's all they do. I don't want to go to the club and hear about killing.
You're true.
Right.
You're absolutely
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Even though it's called death metal, like we're vegans, we drink water. We don't
coconut
even drink
water.
Yeah, we don't drink beer. Like, you know?
No, you're absolutely right. That's why I say I concur with what you're saying. I'm playing the devil's advocate on this, because there's so many different.
Flip side of that.
Yeah, you've been the devil's advocate to my devil's advocate.
Which is why
third devil's advocate.
Not real.
The devil's in the bit.
No, real.
The devil's in the building.
Always though. The frequency's always there. But that's why I think somebody like Tyler, you know, Tyler's creative level steps above.
I think he plays
people.
with all of it.
He does.
His playground is everything we speak about. Just
That's
what we just were
correct.
speaking
And
of.
that's because he don't limit himself.
He has zero personal emotion towards anything.
I think he has a lot of emotion towards everything.
No, I would say like, so it's like, not to say like he don't feel nothing about it, right? I say like it's zero to him, what it does for him, to him in his life. It doesn't affect him. So he speaks on everything that's affecting everyone else, but not affecting him. And he makes a mockery of it, because when it doesn't affect you, you can find the humor in it, right? And he makes a mockery of it by expressing people's insecurities.
Did you really listen to Chromacopia?
Yes.
Did you really though?
Yes.
Because I think everything you're saying goes against what he was doing in Chromacopia.
Right. I would say that he's got less boundaries. It's not a matter
No,
of
he has
like,
freedom for sure. I'm not saying he. What I'm saying is like what he does, what Tyler does, is create everyone's insecurities into himself as an artist, and then projects that out.
I think
It's
he goes
not
through
to-
those
it's
insecurities
to-
himself.
he may absolutely, but at the same time, we know Tyler is a thinker. He almost on a thought process of Kendrick. He wants to make you uncomfortable. As long as he's been out, he's made everyone uncomfortable. His job not is to make you uncomfortable, but he don't care if he does at this point.
But
that's
Chromacopia,
the
You see
lack
what I'm
of
saying?
boundaries that I'm talking
At
about.
this
He's
point,
not
he don't
tripping on
care
it.
if he makes you
sonically he don't have
uncomfortable.
boundaries. Sonically he don't have boundaries.
But
But
he's
as far
always-
as like content and what he talks about, that Chromacopia was all about him. And then he says it himself. This is all about me. That's why this is all the hard music I was. It was hard to write because it's hard to say about myself, and that's why I'm wearing a mask so I can say that in front of people.
Well, that may be, but I'm saying
But
I'm
as far as sonically, you're right. He don't.
He don't care.
That don't
I'm saying-
affect
I'm
him
just
in
saying-
any way.
I'm
So he's
just
able
saying,
to
like, yeah.
utilize it.
I'm saying
Think
everything
about how
that's
aggressive he
surrounded-
was when he first came out.
Yeah, everything.
Can I
that's-
say the title
yeah.
of the name of his first album? Bastard. I'm just gonna say it.
I think that's legit.
Okay.
To say.
Well, if that's legit,
a regular
so
term.
that first album, you know how aggressive it was.
Mhm.
There was like metalheads loved it because
Right,
of
that's
aggressive
what I
it
about-
was.
and that's
But
why he
that's what
pulled
I
up
mean.
Tyler when we
And-
was talking about that metal thing.
Yeah.
So, but this is how, this
He
is how
changed
he
every
plays. This is how he
album,
plays with it.
that's
though.
how he plays.
His beat-
That's
but
what I
listen,
mean.
listen. This is how
It's
he
his
plays.
playground.
This is how he plays with it though. Is that he uses it, and then he'll go to the next style, use the next style, and then he brings it all back though.
He
That's the thing.
flips
He
it.
brings it all back to like where I'm gonna utilize the aggression, not necessarily the sonics, but I'm gonna use this aggression in certain parts of my songs so you can feel the emotion.
He showed a
I'm gonna
positive.
use the soft spot. I'm gonna try to sing on here just so you can feel my emotion.
I feel like he showed in all the music that Tyler does, bro. And I only say that because like he go to the homies, like the homies down in the Bay and stuff. Like they deal with him tight. My boy, shout out to my boy Gary GB4L on Instagram. Like shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Ghetto Rich Kid, my cousin David. Like they deal with him. They go to Camp Lognogs. They skate with him. They skate with Wayne. Like he's like when he say he weird, right? He don't mean it like that though. It's just he's abstract is what I'm gaining from it. So things that make people uncomfortable, he tries to bring a comfortability to the uncomfortable stuff. And because the way that he does, that's why he always say, "Oh, Jaden Smith is my boyfriend." Like, you know, we've been dating forever, right? Because
Jaden Smith actually said Tyler.
yeah,
is his boy.
and both
The
back
other way
and forth,
around.
right? Yeah, well, yeah, you know. But like he says, you know, we know Tyler say a bunch of, you know, weird. Think about the Funk Flex freestyle. Feel me? Like how he started that. Like he does things to make people uncomfortable because it brings attention to the uncomfortableness. But he does it in such a way that it's meticulous. So he's not never shunning nothing. He's just bringing more of him to the situation. That's why I'm saying like he may be that way.
Tomato,
it may be his
bread,
personal, but I
cheese,
think that
bread,
he
mustard.
brings it to he brings it to everybody else society wise because he wants it to just be what it is, life.
Yeah.
We all deal with these insecurities, these problems, these detailed
that's
situations.
The mark of a real thinking
Right,
artist, like
and
you're
that's what I
talking
mean
about.
and that's what I mean by him. Me saying that is like I think that it's certain artists that put themselves on a different pedestal for a reason. For a reason.
Right.
Like for a reason. And Kendrick and Tyler was there because I knew, but he wasn't all the way there until he dropped Chromacopia. Because then I seen his artistic body of work.
I feel like
I'm not to say that
I feel like he was doing that on Igor. Even
I didn't
Flower
listen
Boy,
to I didn't listen
maybe.
to a lot of it. I listened to like certain songs that was cracking amongst the
was my
homies
favorite
versus
album.
listening to the
Igor.
album. And I think that that's what penalizes me on a lot of things is that the things that are popular become attractive in the sense, right? Because that's what you hear around you. And so for instance, if Albert listened to a track and or album or let's just say one song, right? If he listened to one song and he had his view on it and he was like hyping his view up on it, like, bro, you gotta listen to this song, and I was with him, and then you listen to the song, and then you like, bro, that song is not what y'all talking about, right? See what I'm saying? Like, and then that's why a lot of the time when Tyler was coming up, I was like, I ain't listen to that, because that's not even what he was talking. You feel me? But when I listen to certain songs, I'm like, bro, he could rap, right? So when Chromacopia came out, I listened to the whole thing over and over to listen, because I'm trying to find the artistic mindset that he was in when he created the body of work. Each track's the body of work. So to go there in them moments, it was like there's nothing that he could not have done, bro.
Right.
Like, you feel me?
And I feel like Chromacopia was probably one of the albums out of all the good music that came out in 2024. It was one where you could feel that emotion more than any other album.
It was perfectly timed.
What up? What's good?
It was perfectly timed. It was all on time. It was all where it needed to be. It was all. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
One thing though, I may say that I agree with you is like, because that's the same reason why I haven't listened to
Blue Lips.
No, was the Mac Miller?
Balloonerism.
It's just because
the Mac Miller
Mac
album
Miller
that
joint.
dropped.
Everybody's been talking.
Yeah, he dropped visuals to it too. It's an actual like little mini film.
The only thing that makes me not want to like tap in right now is just there's a lot of, I don't know, man. It's the After Death album.
I don't know. Don't like that,
I don't really like those too much because I get let down every time.
I would say
so, I feel like these are going to be a bunch of throwaways, or they're going to be a bunch of snippets that
I hope
ended
they
up.
didn't do that to Mac.
That's what I would want to. That's what I want to deal with, So I mean, eventually I'll come across it. But like right now, as far as me, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna go out my way to listen to it. I'm gonna let it come get me. Once it comes against me, then I'll get my full take on it.
So I would say like this is just my perspective. I've listened to it.
But yeah, as far as that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. As far easy. As far as that, bro, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna let it come to me and let that film flow to this way instead of me, because I just see a lot of people glazing over it, and it's like there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just the After Death album. I don't know if all that energy got put into it that Mac would have put the energy himself into. Right. You know?
No. So I was saying, that album particularly was more or less music based. It's not too much of. I would say it's not too many of his lyrics that are in there. Like, he's not really rapping the whole time. He's more or less, it's a lot of things that you would, I honestly think that it's a lot of him playing those instruments and his musical talents, being on the forefront of anything. And even, I'm talking about Mac Miller. And even in the visuals with the balloonerism, like even with that, it's a lot of things that he was saying on there that makes it more, you kind of, if you got to watch it, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you, Dave. Like, you got to listen to it and you got to watch the visuals of the balloonerism, like visuals. He dropped like a little mini film, a little short film to kind of go along with that. But like, I understand where Bear coming from at the same time. Like, I understand where Bear coming at with, he don't like, because that's how I feel as well. Like, when they gone, it's never going to be the same. Like, when Nip was gone, you can't make a song with Nip right now it's gonna pop because it's Nip, but you ain't gonna make it to where everybody gonna feel like if he was here. You know what I'm saying? So I get that in all respects to it, and that's kind of where like the balloonerism though is more or less musically inclined. It's more musical than it is Mac Miller, even though it's Mac Miller.
Interesting. Now, so I'm to check it.
Yeah. I mean, we did watch the short film. I watched the short film with
them.
them.
How long was that?
Was it like?
It's like 48 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's not even like long. It's like 48 minutes, and then the music in the short film is all of the music on the balloonerism, but it kind of gives you different. Yeah, if you a Mac Miller fan, you'll understand.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in there that you can that I understood because I grew up listening, and really Mac Miller was pretty close as far as like listeners, listening to him, but. Like I said, I'm just afraid of like After Death albums because I'm afraid of being disappointed. Yeah, because I got disappointed.
Doing the legacy wrong.
Yeah, it's like it happened time after time after time after time again. There's labels just look at these people as just the money bag. So even after their death, they're like, we still only make that money.
Right.
And you could just tell, like, a lot of these albums, they don't have the energy that the artists themselves would have put into it. You know? And that's my only thing. Like I said, I'm going to listen to it. I'm just going to wait for it to come get me. It's going to find its way to me.
At the right time.
Yeah, right time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this recording in a second here, but I just want to give a shout out to all the listeners out there. Make sure y'all tap in with Hip Hop Humboldt Radio. We still going to be coming on every other Saturday on HumboldtHotAir.org, 8 p.m. It's going to be KHHALP Arcata real soon before the end of the month. The next time we actually do this show, it's going to be on the FM radio. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we coming up. Catch the wave,
We're
baby.
Be on car
94.7.
radios. You feel me?
Sandwiches.
Hey,
Sandwiches.
Now, hey, I want to talk. Can I talk my stuff? Can I do my stuff?
Go ahead. Hey, let him do his stuff.
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for tuning in and rocking with your brother Bear, Al Bear, rocking with David, rocking with Hype Got Bars. You know, it's Hip Hop Humboldt, best podcast in Humboldt. And you know what? We're coming for the best radio show in Humboldt too.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Thank you guys for listening. And thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate y'all.
Take us out, Dave.
All right, then. We're going to get into some Arrested Development to close it out. Mr. Wendell.
See.